Hello everybody, I'm Aziz and this is AKC. Welcome to the video. The title today is quite different from the rest of the videos. So you guys see this photo? You see that, right? Well, I think this is the president of France, Macron. This player, I don't really know the player and I don't know even Macron. I have no idea with him. The problem is not what I'm talking about. It has nothing to do with the president of France or the player, the football player. To be honest, I'm not really a football fan. I used to be, but lately I found myself, I completely shift myself into other things. But this event happened in Qatar, or still happening, I think. The end, I think a day ago, which was Argentina took the World Cup. That's the thing, I think. I don't want to talk about that one. But my thing here is the attitude of the president. Maybe there's a backlash about Macron, stick his mouth and Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, and Macron said bad things about Prophet and Islam. That's not my point. I talked about this before. I heard him saying something and I answered. I already talked about that one. But this is a completely different thing. I'm going to talk about support and sympathizing. He's the president of their country. The president of, I think, this football player, his president, the president of the country. The guy came, attend the football match and sympathized with all of them, supported them, gave them a lot of applause. He did everything. He supported them back and front. He stood with his team simply and his country. And when they lost, the president came down. He came down the stairs rushing towards the player to sympathize with him and tell him, forget about it. See, I'm talking about the support, how he supported him, how he sympathized with him, how he dealt with the situation, how he stood with that, the president of the country. In Sudan, if you find somebody like a manager of a little company, he try to show you like, you're not the person I talk to. You try to tell you like, he tries to like, I'm the manager of the company, and you're lower than me, I don't do such things, I don't go down to you. A little manager in Sudan try to put himself or herself in a level, I don't talk to people like that. But this attitude from the president, I was really happy to see that, because actually we need support, and in fact in Sudan we need that kind of support and standing by each other. We need that support. You guys, when somebody did something great, I think you have to support him, you have to stand by him, you have to do that. We really need support. Okay, what if this support just in the football? What about the others? In our country, Sudan, forget about football. In real things like education, like when people feel down, and most importantly education, we don't have support. We don't support our people when it comes to learning and education and how to develop themselves. There's no support. So please, I think we have situations like education, sympathizing with people when they feel down, when they feel like they need support. We need to do that other than football. We need it much between us. And you guys sympathize with the football players. I know that's not my point, because if I started talking about it, I'll spend all the day talking about that one. But I'm talking about the head of the country came down and sympathized with the gentleman. The head of the country. Listen, if you started talking about us, the manager, the president, the father, and even the elder brother, you find them they're totally away from this kind of things. We need to support each other. We need that kind of support from our leaders. That's what I'm saying. Our leaders, our trainers, our entrepreneurs, of let's say teachers, we absolutely want that support from you, the support and the attitude done by the president of France. We need it very much. Here's the point. In comparison, look at this photo. Do you know this guy? This guy won the second position. He came the second in, the competition between Quran memorizers. He memorized Quran, I think, in 7 different narrations. I'm not really good at that, but the guy brought us something amazing. Brought to the country. And let me ask you, in comparison to Macron and the football player, in comparison to the Quran memorizer, the guy who holds Quran in his chest, when he came from Saudi Arabia, look who welcomed him. Who went and welcomed him? About the president. I'm talking about if there's a president in Sudan. Who? He's just ignored. We have some brothers and friends, they went and welcomed him. And he brought medals. He brought a lot of great things. He made us proud. But if you compare what happened to the football player, and what happened to the guy from Sudan who came back from Saudi Arabia, succeed in that competition, he came the second. And if you compare that one and see how did we react to that thing, or that time, or that guy, it's very simple. After like a couple of months, and people started celebrating with him. So this guy he memorized Quran. He deserved the best. He deserved to be welcomed and received by the president and the president of the... You guys think and say every day Quran is your constitution. It's the best book, the holy book, the best book of all time. For you as Muslims, you're proud of it, you loved it, I think, and you don't really react, you don't do things that you really love Quran, because if you want to love Quran,